Battle of Godzilla and King Kong, a comparative analysis of Titan confrontations across diverse terrains. Visual montage. A sequence of high-definition clips showcasing Godzilla and King Kong from their most pivotal cinematic appearances. Godzilla emerges from the ocean depths, his dorsal fins illuminating as he unleashes his atomic breath. King Kong roars atop Skull Island's highest peak, displaying his raw power and agility. Ladies and gentlemen, today we embark on an in-depth exploration of one of the most debated hypothetical confrontations in kaiju lore. We pose a question that has intrigued enthusiasts and experts alike. In an ultimate showdown between Godzilla and King Kong across varying battlegrounds, who would emerge victorious? This analysis delves into the origins, abilities, and tactical advantages of these colossal beings, providing a comprehensive examination suitable for the discerning aficionado. The Titans unveiled. Godzilla, origin and history. Godzilla first graced the silver screen in Ishiro Honda's 1954 masterpiece, Gojira. Conceived as an allegory for nuclear destruction in post-war Japan, Godzilla represents the uncontrollable force of nature unleashed by human hubris. Over the decades, Godzilla has evolved, both in stature and symbolism, becoming an enduring icon of power and resilience. Powers and abilities. Godzilla's signature ability, the atomic breath, is a concentrated beam of radioactive energy. It has been documented to reach temperatures exceeding 500,000 degrees Celsius, capable of melting through the Earth's crust. An omnidirectional release of nuclear energy emanating from his body, effectively repelling close-range adversaries. Regenerative healing factor. Cellular analysis indicates Godzilla possesses a rapid regenerative capability, known as Regenerator G1, allowing recovery from extensive injuries at an accelerated rate. Standing at approximately 120 meters in recent portrayals and weighing upwards of 90,000 metric tons, his colossal size contributes to his formidable presence. His dermal layers are composed of a dense, rock-like epidermis, providing substantial resistance to conventional weaponry. Notable feats. In multiple instances, Godzilla has overcome King Ghidorah, a three-headed extraterrestrial dragon with gravity beam projection, showcasing his superiority over multidimensional threats. Godzilla has survived direct hits from nuclear warheads, absorbing and metabolizing radiation to augment his strength. King Kong, origin and history. Debuting in Marion C. Cooper and Ernest B. Schoedsack's 1933 film, King Kong *, Kong is portrayed as the last of a prehistoric species, Megaprimatus Kong *, inhabiting the isolated ecosystem of Skull Island. Symbolizing nature's majesty and the consequences of exploitation, Kong's narratives often highlight the intersection of humanity and the natural world. Powers and abilities. Kong's muscular structure grants him the ability to lift and throw objects several times his own weight, with estimations placing his maximum lift capacity at around 50,000 metric tons. Despite his mass, Kong exhibits remarkable agility, capable of leaping significant distances and performing complex maneuvers. Cognitive assessments suggest high levels of problem-solving skills and tool usage, indicating advanced primate intelligence. Notably, in Godzilla vs. Kong, 2021, Kong constructs and wields a battle axe capable of absorbing Godzilla's atomic breath. His physiological adaptations allow him to scale massive structures, a tactical advantage in vertical environments. Notable feats. Kong has successfully combated creatures like the skullcrawlers, displaying combat proficiency against multiple adversaries. Historical accounts depict Kong withstanding assaults from modern military hardware, including artillery and aerial bombardment. Head-to-head comparison. Physical attributes. Godzilla's current cinematic height is approximately 120 meters, overshadowing Kong, who stands at around 102 meters following his growth spurt observed in Godzilla vs. Kong, 2021. Godzilla's mass, estimated at 90,000 metric tons, far exceeds Kong's approximate 50,000 metric tons. The disparity in size confers a reach and weight advantage to Godzilla, impacting the mechanics of physical confrontations. While both titans exhibit extraordinary strength, Kong's musculature and limb dexterity grant him superior striking power in close combat. Godzilla's endurance, bolstered by his regenerative abilities, allows him to sustain prolonged engagements. Abilities and skills. Godzilla's ability to project atomic breath presents a significant ranged offensive capability. The beam's concussive force and thermal energy can devastate opponents before close contact ensues. Kong's offensive arsenal is rooted in physical combat skills, including powerful punches, grappling techniques, and the utilization of environmental objects as weapons. Godzilla's scales have withstood temperatures and pressures that would obliterate lesser beings. Kong's defensive strategies are predicated on agility and evasion, minimizing damage through movement and the anticipation of enemy attacks. Intelligence and strategy. Kong demonstrates advanced cognitive functions, including problem-solving, tool creation, and environmental manipulation. His intelligence allows for adaptive strategies during combat. Godzilla, while exhibiting territorial behavior and combat tactics, operates primarily on instinctual drives, albeit with evidence of recognizing and responding to threats strategically. Both titans possess extensive combat experience against a variety of foes. Godzilla's engagements with other kaiju, such as Muto Prime and Mechagodzilla, have honed his abilities to confront different adversaries. Kong's survival on Skull Island developed his proficiency in fighting multiple enemies simultaneously. Battles in different locations. Battle in a dense jungle. A dense jungle presents a biome replete with thick vegetation, variable topography, and numerous natural hazards. The canopy reduces aerial visibility, and the underbrush complicates ground movement for large entities. Kong's intimate familiarity with forested environments enables efficient navigation. His agility allows him to maneuver through tight spaces, and his climbing abilities facilitate vertical positioning. The jungle terrain offers Kong opportunities for ambush tactics and concealment. Godzilla's massive size may hinder movement within the densely packed flora. The restricted line of sight could limit the effectiveness of his atomic breath, and the uneven terrain may pose navigational difficulties. In this setting, Kong's environmental adaptability could confer a tactical advantage. Utilizing guerrilla warfare techniques, Kong could strike and retreat, exploiting Godzilla's reduced mobility. If Godzilla adapts by utilizing his nuclear pulse to clear swaths of vegetation, he could negate Kong's stealth advantages. Battle in a metropolitan city. An urban metropolis presents a landscape of skyscrapers, infrastructure, and subterranean elements. The city's layout offers both cover and obstacles, with the added variable of civilian presence. Godzilla's sheer destructive capability allows him to level structures, reducing potential cover for Kong. His atomic breath can obliterate entire city blocks, and his size grants dominance over man-made edifices. Kong may find value in utilizing buildings for elevation and leverage. However, the structural integrity of human constructions may not support his weight indefinitely. Additionally, the potential need to protect civilians could impose limitations on his strategic options. Godzilla's capacity for widespread destruction could overwhelm Kong in this environment. Nevertheless, Kong's agility could enable him to navigate the verticality of the cityscape, setting traps or launching surprise attacks from above. The battle may inflict catastrophic collateral damage. Battle in the open ocean. An open ocean setting involves deep waters, minimal landmass, and dynamic weather conditions. The aquatic environment is inherently advantageous for marine-adapted organisms. Godzilla is amphibious, possessing the ability to traverse ocean depths with ease. He can remain submerged indefinitely, using the ocean as concealment and launching point for attacks. His aquatic locomotion is efficient, and he can leverage the pressure differentials of deep water to his advantage. Kong's physiology is not adapted for prolonged submersion. Limited buoyancy and the risk of drowning constrain his operational capacity in aquatic settings. His combat effectiveness diminishes significantly underwater due to restricted movement and breath-holding limitations. In an oceanic confrontation, Godzilla holds definitive superiority. Kong's best recourse would be to avoid engagement altogether or attempt to draw Godzilla towards a nearby landmass where the terrain could level the playing field. Battle on a volcanic island. A volcanic island introduces elements such as active lava flows, volcanic ash, sulfuric gases, and seismic instability. The terrain is harsh and unpredictable, with the potential for sudden eruptions. Godzilla may benefit from the radioactive properties of geothermal activity, potentially enhancing his abilities. Kong could exploit the terrain's vertical structures and utilize volcanic debris as weaponry. Lava flows. Contact could result in severe thermal damage, although Godzilla's resistance to extreme temperatures may mitigate this risk. Toxic gases. Prolonged exposure to volcanic gases could impair respiratory function, potentially affecting Kong more significantly due to his mammalian lung structure. Seismic activity. Ground instability could impede movement or create opportunities for tactical exploitation. The volatile environment introduces variables that could affect both combatants unpredictably. While Godzilla might leverage the radiation, Kong's adaptability and intelligence could enable him to use the environment strategically. The battle's outcome in this setting is less certain and heavily influenced by environmental factors. Theoretical outcomes. The environment plays a critical role in shaping the dynamics of each confrontation. Elements such as terrain, visibility, and available resources can tip the scales in favor of one titan over the other. Adaptability, environmental utilization, and the ability to mitigate disadvantages are paramount. Unpredictable variables. Human intervention. The deployment of military forces, advanced technology, or nuclear weaponry could alter the balance, potentially targeting one or both titans. Presence of other creatures. Interference by additional kaiju or indigenous wildlife may introduce new challenges or alliances. Audience engagement. We invite you, esteemed viewers and fellow kaiju enthusiasts, to contribute your insights to this discourse. Do you concur with the analyses presented? Which environments do you believe would favor Godzilla or King Kong? Your expert opinions are invaluable to this ongoing exploration. Poll announcement. Participate in our detailed survey linked in the description below. Your responses will be compiled and discussed in an upcoming video, where we delve deeper into the community's perspectives. Conclusion. In conclusion, the confrontation between Godzilla and King Kong is a multifaceted scenario that transcends mere physical prowess. Godzilla's immense size, atomic capabilities, and endurance contrast with Kong's agility, intelligence, and adaptability. Each holds distinct advantages contingent upon the environmental context. Final thoughts. It is evident that both titans are formidable entities whose encounters would result in monumental battles. The examination of their potential confrontations across diverse terrains underscores the complexity of such hypotheticals. Ultimately, the true victor may be determined not just by inherent abilities but by the interplay of numerous external factors. Join us in our next installment as we investigate other legendary confrontations, including a theoretical battle between Mechagodzilla and Gamera. We will apply the same rigorous analysis to explore these iconic matchups.